Hello everyone, the annual Shadow of the Mad King festival has just started. It takes place in Lion's Arch and the Mad King's realm throughout October to celebrate Halloween. In this video I'll show you all the activities you can participate in, as well as everything else you can get from this festival. As with all festivals, there are many achievements you can complete for various rewards, both daily and weekly. And if you complete the annual achievement, you will earn a cosmetic item. There are also 4 objectives in the Wizard's Vault tied to annual achievements. Completing all of them will earn you 600 astral acclaims. Now let's take a look at everything you can do. We'll start with the Mad King's Clock Tower, which is a jumping puzzle. It's not the most complicated puzzle in the game, but it becomes challenging because of the timer. You'll only have 90 seconds to complete it. And the fact that you are chased by the green vortex won't make it easier. If you are not up for this stressful experience, you can instead enter the stopped clock tower and complete it at your own pace. When you reach the top, you can also visit this vendor, if you feel like covering your character's head with a paper bag. Why not? Ascent to Madness is a dungeon available only during the festival. Here you and your friends fight the Mad King himself, but it's also possible to solo. Besides the fights, be prepared to play some Mad King says whenever he feels like it. You'll need to use the correct skill for the emote he says, or you will be knocked down. If you'd rather skip the boss fights and just play Mad King says, that's also possible. Every 2 hours you can join the event by visiting the Grand Piazza in Lion's Arch. This is basically a Guild Wars 2 version of Simon Says. If he tells you to dance, you type /dance in the chat, but only if he says Mad King Says beforehand. If you fail to follow the rules, you'll almost die. Depending on how good you are at following instructions, you will be rewarded with up to 3 key fragments. Once you have 3, combine them into a key and open the chest located near the event. Reaper's Rumble is a fast-paced PvP event where 2 teams try to destroy each other's mausoleums. The mausoleums spawn skeletons that shouldn't be underestimated. They deal a decent amount of damage. You can increase the number of skeletons in your team's mausoleum by bringing back pumpkins. It wouldn't be a Guild Wars 2 festival without mount races, and this one offers more than one. In the fields of Reaper's Rumble you can choose between a Jackal, Roller Beetle or Springer race. If you haven't unlocked these mounts yet, you can rent them here to participate. If you prefer using a different mount that you find easier for a specific race, feel free to use that one instead. When entering Lunatic Inquisition, you will spawn as either a villager or a courtier. As a villager, your job is simply to survive the night. As a courtier, your task is to hunt down the villagers. If you are killed as a villager, you will become a courtier and can help track down the remaining villagers. And now it's time for my favorite part of the entire festival, and one of the most popular farming events in the game, the Mad King's Labyrinth. If you enjoy slaying mobs and collecting loot, this is the place for you. You can farm here all day long without any decrease in loot due to diminishing returns, making it one of the most profitable festival activities in the game. It's also a great way to level up your characters, since experience gain can be very fast here. During the festival you will always find plenty of groups to join through the LFG. Pay attention to group descriptions and squad messages, as groups may run the labyrinth in different ways. Some groups farm only certain doors, others focus on trash mobs, and some farm everything. Join a group that sounds the most fun to you. Wait for the commander to open doors so that everyone can tag mobs efficiently and keep the flow going. Green doors spawn waves of enemies, while red doors spawn more challenging bosses. Since this isn't about soloing enemies, use a build that is good for tagging as many enemies as possible, but lower your damage if needed, for example by using defensive or celestial gear or unequipping your trinkets. The main goal here is to get as many trick-or-treat bags as possible. To maximize your loot, raise your magic find as high as you can. You can do this by consuming luck, using boosters, food and utility buffs, bonfires, guild hero banners and spirit banners, to mention a few. You can also complete the mount race within the labyrinth and donate some candy corn to Madame Cookie for extra magic find buffs. Trick-or-treat bags can either be sold on the trading post for instant profit or opened for a variety of items. Opening them is a bit of a gamble, but if you are lucky you might get something from the super rare category worth a good amount of gold. Throughout the festival, and especially from trick-or-treat bags, you will get candy corn, one of the main festival currencies. The second rarer currency is candy corn cobs, which can be earned from certain achievements. You can visit this vendor to trade in 1000 candy corn for 1 candy corn cob. This trade is also available year-round at Hooligan's Route in Lion's Arch. Both candy corn and candy corn cobs can be sold on the trading post. The highest profit are usually made at the start of the festival, especially if you have saved up some from last year. You can also use candy corn cobs and other types of candy to purchase items during the festival. If you don't want to keep your candy corn or use them for candy corn cobs, you can always give them to Drooper to get achievement points instead. This vendor sells cosmetic items, armor skins and a personal candy corn node for your homestead or home instance, so you can gather some daily candy corn even when the festival isn't active. At the weekly vendor you can buy 15 globes of ectoplasm per week. You can also get a tattered bat wing, used to craft a couple of endless tonics and as part of the recipe for the Night Fury skin. Perfect if you want to run around surrounded by bats. The Tyrian exchange voucher and chest of legendary shards are useful if you want to take shortcuts while crafting legendaries. They are slightly less expensive during other festivals, but always nice to have. You can take a look at this page on the Fast Farming community website to see if it's worth buying the weekly stuff or not, depending on the prices of the candy items needed. Link is in the description. The Black Lion Weapon Specialist offers a few festival-specific skins in exchange for Black Lion claim tickets, which are mainly obtained by opening Black Lion chests. This vendor sells demon-haunted weapons. For every 5 days you complete the Halloween Fright achievement by finishing 3 daily achievements, you will earn a Mad King's gift. From this you can choose a haunted weapon, and then buy the demon-haunted version for additional graphical effects. The Lunatic Alchemist offers recipes that can only be purchased during the festival. Sparking Stone will sell you exotic weapons for candy corn cobs and some gold. Buy them if you want to unlock the skins. And finally you can visit Deftlahar, who has once again left your homestead to visit Lion's Arch, selling recipes for festival-related decorations. If you are interested in this Halloween backpiece, speak to Magister Tassi to start a series of achievements to unlock it. During the festival you can also purchase the candy corn Gobbler on the gem store. It costs 300 gems, and when you use it you will receive one of the following buffs at the cost of 3 candy corn. These buffs can stack up to 7 days. In my opinion, this is one of the best items you can get on the gem store. It gives you nearly unlimited karma, XP and magic find buffs. If you decide to buy it, make sure you save some candy corn for the rest of the year. And don't forget to use it while farming the Mad King's Labyrinth. Well, that's it. Have fun during the festival and don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons for more content. Drop any questions down below. Thank you for watching, and as always, enjoy the rest of your day.